Sziasztok! Ma folytatom a SpellForce 3 Ember hadjáratomat, és itt maradt abba, ugyebár, hogy visszaérkeztünk Mulándirba, ugyebár voltunk azon az ismeretlen szigeten, harcoltunk egy csomó medúza ellen, szereztünk újfajta fegyvereket, stb. Plusz... tegyük ezt, és beszéljünk ezzel a csávóval.
Tahar, what is it?
Talk Rohan in Mulandir.
There's one thing I've been wondering about. After we parted at the hideout, what exactly happened? How did you and my father part ways?
Good question. I guess it all started with the relics, the tomes. You remember them, right?
Yes. He was hoping they'd help him to win the war.
Exactly. And there was this one moment when he found the 5th tome. When I came to a realization. You see, there were all those bodies. Enemies, but also many of our people. We had shed so much blood, Tahar. So much blood for our cause. But Asamo, he didn't care. If there was any grief in his eyes, I couldn't see it. And as dramatic as it may sound, that's when I finally understood that we had lost our cause. This wasn't about ideals, about us mages anymore. It was about him. Whatever his intentions had become.
And that's the reason Zane, Helena, and I betrayed him. Come on, do you really want to tell us you didn't see that before? The tomes were all about power.
No, you misunderstand. I knew it was about power. But Asamo always told us that he would use that power for the greater good. And it's not that far off. I mean, can't you imagine? With the power of the tomes, we could have united the world. Even made it a better one. No more persecution of the deviant. No more wars. No more suffering.
Maybe. But my father certainly wasn't the one who should lead it.
Maybe not.
Ah, oké.
I'll be off.
Jó, lássuk, hogy mit tudunk venni innen. Commander Flynn. Amúgy nincsen minden karakternek saját képe, úgymond.
I want to buy some better equipment for the wayfarers.
Music to my ears. What did you have in mind?
Ezt megveszem. Én azt hiszem véletlenül láttam egy sisakot, amit nem kellett volna. Jó, ezzel olcsóbbak a halbödérek. Jó, és akkor irány ide.
What's next?
Csak úgy nézzem meg, hogy miket tudnak ajánlani. Ó, azt hiszem mágikus botot tud le, és remélem.
Unbelievable. All this.
Must be quite a change of scenery.
Yes, you could say that. All my life I dreamed of stepping through the portal, and now I did. And it's beautiful. Everything is so vast. Oh well. It will take some getting used to, that's for certain. There's something else I wanted to discuss with you. I brought some things from the island that could come in handy on your travels. Weapons, trinkets, all sorts of things I found in the Hibernian ruins over the years. Most of them haven't been used for millennia, but for a little gold I could get them back into shape. Just let me know if you want to take a look.
I will. Thank you.
Tandai, Tahar. Come to trade?
I'm sure I have just what you need.
Aha! Tehát mondjuk ilyen nem van. Nekem mágikus botok kellenének. Hát, nincs.
Come again. May Tiara bless your path.
Let's see.
Lássuk, hogy miük is van ezeknek az orkoknak. Még beszélnem kell Iriával is, Gorral is.
Interesting.
Yes, yes. Looking for some orcish craftsmanship?
Nem mondanám.
Yes. You want to trade?
Itt is olyan cuccok vannak,
May the Guardians have
ami nekem nem nagyon kell. Én inkább csak az embereket fejlesztem egyelőre. Meg ilyen erőpontokat kéne vegyek, csak olyat nem nagyon tudok.
Zauraka, what do you need?
I'll be going, Tsar. Thanks for your help.
Sure.
Na jó, irány erre akkor.
Got it.
Még kell vagy 30 000 pont és szintlépés. Nem is olyan sok. Iriának megvan a fénybot. Elég király, nem? Tiszta a fény az egész. Tök jó.
How are you holding up?
Fine, I guess. Thanks for asking. You know, Corporal, I've been meaning to ask you something.
Yes?
Well, not knowing your mother and all that shit your father put you through. Do you ever feel lost?
Why do you want to know?
Oh, I'm just wondering, I guess. So, what's your answer?
Yes, I do.
I figured. You know, I haven't told you that yet, but actually our pasts aren't so different. Save for the fact that my father didn't try to conquer the world, at least not that I know.
How are our pasts alike then?
Simply put, I also didn't know my mother. And my father was a bastard if there ever was one.
What happened to your mother?
She died giving birth to me.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. As I said, I never knew her.
I take it you and your father aren't on good terms then.
You are of great wisdom, Tahar. No, we were not. I was and still am the only heir of the family. And if there's anything my father ever cared about, it was prestige. You see, it might not be obvious, but I'm actually of noble blood. Pure blood, as Finn and Mir elves call it. Nothing impressive, small nobility. You know, similar to the kind of Nortander nobility that's always around at royal festivities, licking everyone's boots so that they just don't forget about them.
There's nobility in Finn and Mir?
Oh, yes, there is. They don't call it that, but essentially Finn and Mir is an aristocracy.
How so?
Well, as you might know, elven culture heavily revolves around the White Tree, a gift from their goddess Ellen. Simply put, the tree is revered and guarded by a group of mages, of seers, called the Council. They're the rulers of our country, 6 women and 6 men. Now, according to the ancient lore, when a seer dies, his or her successor is chosen by the Council. However, it has become custom that a seer should be replaced by someone from his bloodline. Someone pure, as they call it.
Which means they make sure that the power stays within the right families.
Indeed. And even though elven families in themselves are small, if you count all the cousins, aunts, and uncles, the members of just one council family could populate a whole township. In other words, the closer your blood ties with the council, the closer you are to the White Tree. And thus, the higher your standing.
So I assume your father put you under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. I barely had a childhood. It was all stern-faced teachers instead, trying to feed me language, history, math, and magic from the day I could speak. And I can't even remember all those festivities and religious ceremonies I had to attend. It was as if I learned the meaning of the word small talk before I learned how to ask for my mother's teat. Not that she would have been around to listen.
How about friends?
Oh, that's another topic. I was allowed to go out and play as long as it was with the right people. Still, I didn't, which was my choice, really. One of the few I made in those years. I preferred to stay on my own.
How come?
I don't know. See, I've always felt a bit ahead of others. As you know, we think in other dimensions than you do. Our lives are a lot longer. What that means is that an elf who has seen 20 winters is still considered and looks like a child. Thus, behaves as such. I just never felt at home with most people. Especially around my age. And that feeling never changed.
What was your father hoping to gain from this?
Isn't it obvious? He wanted to marry me off, and thus expand our petty little family's prestige.
If he simply wanted to arrange a marriage for you, then why teach you magic, maths? When these things happen in Northander, it's usually more about, how shall I put it?
The looks?
And the ancestry, yes.
Well, these things play a big role in Finn and Mir too, but to be considered a good match, education and magical talent are just as important. For a priest, let alone a pure blood, to be seen with an uneducated, non-gifted street elf is frowned upon, not to say forbidden. Also, from what I've learned, it's mostly young women and girls who get married off in Northander, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, this isn't the case in Finn and Mir. If the head of a family decides to do so, a young boy or a young man may have the same fate as the one I just escaped by a hair's breadth. But this is a topic you could fill books with. Probably not for now.
But it never came to that?
Almost.
I see. Where is your father now?
Dead as a doornail. He got assassinated some years before I was allowed into the priesthood.
Assassinated? What happened?
He got mistaken for someone else. But it doesn't really matter. Let's not talk about it.
I'm sorry.
Oh, don't be. To be honest, I'm glad he's dead. Otherwise, I would be in bed next to some 200-year-old seer now. You see, Tahar, if there's one thing I took away from all that, it's that there's no greater power in life. Or, if there is, it doesn't care. Murderers live to be 100, children die in the birth beds. Ultimately, the biggest fallacy is that we like to believe that there's someone who gives a damn. We're on our own, and we have to make the best out of whatever life throws at us. I did. And even though not all worked out as I had planned, I'm here. And I'm free.
But the Guardians are real.
I never said that they weren't. But tell me one thing. Why is there cruelty when there's Shanna? Why is there injustice when there's Arian? Why do children die when there's Ellen? There are two explanations. Number one, the Guardians are far less powerful than we think. Number two, they just don't give a damn.
I couldn't agree more.
Happy to hear that. The gods aren't the answer. Yeah, every once in a while there's the token miracle healing. The chances of your prayers being answered are next to none. So you can either sit on your buttocks hoping that some god will take pity, or you can take your fate into your own hands.
That's a cynical way to see things.
No more cynical than to believe that the gods care.
Why?
Well, if you had the power to intervene without risk and you don't, what does that make you? A textbook cynic, and definitely not someone I'd like to have a drink with, let alone worship.
But you still feel lost sometimes, don't you?
Yeah, I do. But I'm working on it. Anyway, we digressed quite a bit, didn't we? Sorry, my fault. Sometimes I just talk too much. I'll see you around, Tahar. And thanks for listening.
Oké, ez is megvolt. Most menjünk izéhez, Gorhoz, utána menjünk Isgrimhez. Oh my. Oh my. Sokat duma, én is tudom. Elmesélik az egész történetüket.
How did you become a shapeshifter?
I was chosen.
And how does that work?
Complicated. Are you sure you want to hear the whole story? Time isn't exactly on our side.
It isn't, but the more I know about your abilities, the better. You're fighting for me, after all.
We're not fighting for you, Tahar. We are fighting alongside each other. That's a big difference.
Alongside, then.
Good. Let's make it short, then. Shapeshifting is a gift of Zarek. One that only the best of his shamans are granted.
And how does one become a shaman?
He has to be chosen by a tribe's chieftain. You see, magical talent is a lot rarer among orcs than it is among humans or elves. In my tribe, there was only me and Rain. We both discovered our talent by chance. I, when I was 9, and put out a fire that had broken out in my family's hut. Everybody was asleep. Even the damn fool that had been tasked to stand guard. When I woke up, the entire room was in flames.
So it was your magic that woke you?
No, I needed to take a piss.
Makes sense. What happened then?
Pisilnie
I
kellett.
panicked and started screaming, as every child would have. However, the only thing that did was make me inhale the fumes even quicker. My vision blurred and I lost consciousness. When I woke up again, I was on a bed of hay in the village shaman's tent, and everybody was staring at me, as if I was Zarek incarnate. I asked what happened and they told me. Just when I had lost consciousness, it had started to rain. Not just a little. It was a full-fledged storm, a deluge from the skies. With not even a minute, all the tents in the village had been flooded. The fire wasn't extinguished right away, but was quickly put out by the other orcs that had been awoken by the storm.
That's impressive.
Well, it was also my last successful weather ritual. If it hadn't been, Barker Gore would be all meadows and forests by now. According to my brothers, I had an orange shimmer in my eyes, and was muttering strange words when they took me to the shaman. She told me that was a clear sign that I was gifted, and that I had fire in my blood, as my tribe likes to say. Of course, it changed my life entirely. All of a sudden, I was my Cal's pride. It was strange, not just for me, but also for my kin.
How did your family take it?
Well, they were proud. But they also weren't sure how to treat me anymore. For example, my father stopped taking me out on the hunt because he was afraid that something might happen. Which is ridiculous, shaman or not. An orc who can't wield a spear isn't an orc at all. Also, my siblings became withdrawn. Jealousy, of course, but also estrangement. All of a sudden, their baby brother had become this strange being, which had apparently been bitten by Zarek himself.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Don't be dramatic. There's worse fates than being the one gifted orc among thousands.
Who trained you? The healer?
Yes, but only about her craft. Primitive ghost callings, alchemy, medicine. I learned my magic from an elder who lived in a tiny shack a 15-mile march from our village. I woke up every day before dawn, walked for 2 hours, served him, and received my lessons. Then returned to my Cal shortly before midnight. It was hard, yes, but it was insightful. Those long walks in the darkness, the solitude at the foot of the mountain where his shack was, they shaped me.
Interesting. And who is this Rain you mentioned earlier?
Did I? Well, that's complicated. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. Regarding this Rain you told me about, I
No, Tahar. Accept it.
Oké, nem akar elmondani, hogy ki az a Rain. Na mindegy. Na még akkor hallgassuk meg Isgrimet is, hogy minden jobb legyen. God damn it. Oh, várjunk. Insert the Nexus Stone. Nexus? What? Milyen Nexus Stone? Nincs nekem olyanom, eladtam.
The Shaper's magical and technological.
Csak nem adtam el, vagy igen?
Now would you look at that?
Remélem nem. Remélem nem adtam el a követ. Hát bár nem hiszem, hogy ezt csak úgy el lehessen adni.
Tahar, may I help you with something?
What exactly is it that fascinates you about the Shapers?
Oh, Tahar, that's quite a topic. I don't mind sharing, but are you sure you want to go there?
Várjunk, ez már volt.
If that's the case, then maybe later.
No hard. Yeah, do you need something? I'm a tad busy.
I'd still like to know more about how you ended up in Nortender.
Bugger and blast. And here I was hoping you'd forgotten. All right, I'll tell you. But only under one condition.
Yes?
That I get to ask you a personal question too.
Then we have a deal. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Fair enough. I was born in the Windwall Mountains.
You don't say.
Sorry, still sorting out my thoughts. It's been a long time since I last told this story to anyone. Alright, one more time. As you can imagine, I was born in Windwall, a child of the rocks.
Come again?
A true dwarf, as some would say. Born in the buried city, not on the outside as the traders and farmers are. My family was quite privileged. Not nobility, but my mother and father led a big smeltery which supplied one of the finest smithies. Moon silver weaponry. Ever heard of it?
I think so. The commanders of the Royal Army used them.
Figures. Well, my childhood was a rather unremarkable one. I had two brothers and a sister, and even though I was the oldest child, I was always the most quiet one. I learned quickly how to wield an axe, and I still know how to do it, but I never took pleasure in it. The same goes for my parents' craft. For some reason, Nihalf had given me a talent for metallurgy, but not the desire to use it. Instead, my biggest love was always made with ink. Books.
But I assume your parents didn't approve of that.
Oh no, they didn't mind. I had 3 siblings who could do the job as well as I, so the future of our family was secured. On the contrary, they were quite accepting, which wasn't usual amongst dwarves, especially not those in Windwall.
Ugyebár most minden egyes karakter, ugyebár Iria is, Gór is és Isgrim elmeséli a gyerekkori történetét.
Are the surface dwarfs different?
Depends. There are some who were very open-minded. For example, the traders who get around a lot. On the other hand, there are some who were as ignorant as the Windwallers.
Dwarves are traditionalists, aren't they?
Oh yeah, they are. They love their brawls, they love their ale, and they love their metal crafting. And they never miss a chance to tell the outside world just how much they do.
Well, to be honest, when I think of dwarven culture, that's exactly what comes to my mind.
See? And that's the problem. There's always diversity in every race. There are soft-hearted orcs, there are elves who don't give a damn about the white tree, and there are humans with... well, you get the point. What I'm trying to say is, many dwarves love living these traditions, but there are some like me who just don't fit in. This is one of the reasons why I appreciate you and this group so much, Tahar. Aenir's tools or not, we're all pariahs, in one way or another.
So, what happened? Why did you leave Windwall?
I'm getting there, Tahar. When I came of age, I found work in the Windwall Library. That time was also when I deepened my knowledge of the Shapers. I devoured all the books there were, and bought whatever writings the merchants brought in. They smiled at me, talked of me as the strange bird, but I didn't care. The more I read, the more spellbound I became. And the more I dreamed of journeying through Io to solve all those mysteries not yet uncovered.
Are there Shaper ruins in the Windwall Mountains?
Hardly. And those that are there are buried beneath miles and miles of rock. Impossible to access without a huge expedition.
Huh. And what kept you from doing just that?
Well, 2 things. First of all, my attachment to my family. secondly, Gilak.
Gilead?
My, partner.
You had a partner?
Yeah. We met... I'd rather not go into detail too much. The fact is, we lived together for 6 years. He was very dear to me. Let's put it that way.
What are dwarven families like?
Similar to their human counterparts, I believe. Having family and offspring is considered to be very important, especially if you're of noble blood.
But living with someone of the same sex is acceptable?
Well, yes and no. If you do, you don't talk about it, and you should make sure to find yourself a wife or a husband to found a proper family, eventually, and bring new children of stone into the world, even if that family is just a charade. If you don't do that, you're frowned upon. There's even a word for a childless dwarf, man or woman. Galrag, which roughly translates as dusty boulder. Very amusing, I know.
They do have a point, though. For an empire to endure, there needs to be children.
I agree. But I doubt a few people with different desires living a different kind of life pose a threat. There'll always be men who like women and women who like men, and a couple of people whose tastes are different don't change the fact. And once again, the Shapers were different in that regard. As long as you stay within the boundaries of your caste, you could do as you pleased.
I understand. But something happened, didn't it?
Yeah. The Blackstone Rebellion. Ever heard of it?
No.
A coup. A small group of rebels tried to overthrow the royal house. It was bound to fail from the beginning. The rebels were anti-traditionalist and wanted to establish a new order, where it's the people who have the power, not the nobility. Gilak was one of these rebels.
Oh.
Yeah. At first, before the coup, they tried to raise awareness by giving underground speeches. A noble endeavor, but not at all thought through. Most dwarves just don't care about politics as long as they can have their mugs of ale. First, he didn't ask me to participate, but the more sour things went, the more he started pushing me. At one point, we had a fight. When he asked me to steal money from my family to support the movement, it was terrible. Finally, push came to shove, and he told me of the coup. He knew that despite my occupation, I was a remarkable fighter and Earthshaper, which is why he asked me to fight alongside him. You can make a difference, that's what he said. By Nihalf, he was just so naive. He really thought it would be like in the old legends, a group of courageous dwarves fighting their way to Algrim Castle with me at his side. I just don't... Forgive me. It's strange to talk about it like this.
It's okay. Thank you for trusting me.
Yeah, sure. You can imagine how torn I was. I knew he'd die if the coup took place, but I also knew that I couldn't stop him. When I told him he was mad, he called me a coward, a delusional bookworm, who'd rather spend his whole life dreaming about the past than changing the present. And then he left. The next day, I found him beheaded by a royal guard. They didn't even make it to the castle stairs.
I'm sorry, Iskrin.
It's all right.
Why didn't you tell the guard about the movement's plans? They could have stopped him.
Yeah, they could have. Only to execute him and all his friends the next morrow. Tahar, believe me, I thought about this quite a lot. About what I could or should have done. And do you want to know the saddest part of it?
What?
I came to the conclusion that I did nothing wrong. He had his mind set. And nothing I could have said would have changed what had been about to happen. In the end, there's only so much you can do.
What happened then?
I ran. Not only because I'd rather have died than returned to that empty house of ours, but also because they would have arrested me too. Our relationship wasn't a secret, and in their eyes, I was as eccentric as Gilak and his friends. And we all know how dangerous eccentrics are, don't we? I left my family a letter, telling them not to come after me, bought a horse, and rode as far as it would take me before collapsing. That was 9 years ago. I haven't returned ever since.
What about your family? Did you ever hear from them again?
Not directly. Every now and then, I return to a big city to find a dwarf who can tell me about Windwall. But the thought of returning, I don't know. I know it's cruel toward them, but I just don't think I could ever bear setting foot in those cursed stone halls again.
I see. And since then, you've been studying the Shapers?
Yeah. If there really is, as people say, a silver lining to everything, then this would be it. I'm finally doing what I was too afraid to do back in Windwall. I'm living my dream. Though the price I paid for it was high. And you know what, Tahar?
What?
There's a third reason to my fascination with the Shapers I haven't told you about yet. It's Gilak. Stupid as it may sound, there's a part of me who wants to prove him wrong. To show him that the past has value. That it can guide us towards a better world.
I see. Well, thank you for sharing this, Iskrim. I appreciate it.
Yeah. It felt good to talk about it. I didn't expect that. But you're not off the hook yet. The question, remember?
Right. Shoot.
Your past is even more unusual than mine. Growing up with a man like Isamu Tahar as your father? Without a mother? And then the whole thing with the Mage Rebellion? I know you've been through a lot. Now, I was wondering, if you could trade that past you've had for a different one, would you do it?
What kind of a past could I choose? Anything?
Anything.
Szóval, hogyha választhatnák, hogy más legyen a úgymond történetem, választanák? No?
I wouldn't.
That surprises me, to be honest. But I think I understand. Either way, pleasure speaking with you. Hope this wasn't too grim for you, but then again, you asked for it. Give me some time now, will you?
Sure. Take care,
Ugyebár,
Iskrim.
ha például választottunk volna, vagy hogyha választhattam volna... Oh. What? Mi? Mi volt az? Választottam volna, hogy más legyen a történet, akkor most nem lenne milyen Mulandir.
Tahar, may I help you with something?
Goodbye. Yes.
Okay.
Let's see.
Na lássuk. Ó, tényleg mennyi duma volt. Jézusom.
Finally. Do you have the stone?
I do. What now? How do we connect it to the Nexus?
Well, I've done a little research on that. It should be pretty straightforward. Give me the stone for a second, please.
Sure.
Thanks. Now, let's see. Whoa!
This is amazing.
What the heck just happened? Was that the stone?
Yeah. It seems like our plan worked. The stones are the power sources of the Nexus.
Not sources, Tahar. They're simply the catalysts. As I said, the energy, all this magic, it comes from someplace else.
Well, I definitely know why the Shapers were so powerful now. If they were able to harness that, I wouldn't want to be their enemy.
I still don't get how it should help us find the source of the song. Isgrim, you said it could open Tahar's mind towards the Shaper's telepathy, right?
Yeah, but it's not strong enough yet.
Well, we knew that already. We need to find the second stone first. Let's head to Aeonir's Blade. It's a long journey, but we don't have a choice.
Valami új képessége lett Isgrimnek, csak nem tudom, hogy micsoda, valamilyen gólemféleség. Lehet, hogy tudunk majd gólemeket létrehozni? Ugyebár van egy csomó gólem darabom. Szóval... mindegy, furcsa. A lényeg az, hogy azt hittem, sose lesz már vége a sok dumának.
Interesting.
Az.
Now would you look at that? Let's see. Will do.
Na jó, hogyha minden igaz, akkor most már... meg kell szerezni egy másik követ. Ionier's Blade. Az elsődleges küldetés legyen a... legyen ez. Oh, neked muszáj jönnöd. Iriának és... Oh no. Iriának és a fő karakternek muszáj jönnie. Van egy olyan
The Moher elves, exiled from Finan-Mir, have roamed Io in search of a new home. In Northander, they were promised lands of their own. But as the Mage Rebellion arose, they were quickly forgotten. Now, years later, they have taken shelter in a nomadic settlement in Leafshade, a dense, dangerous jungle, amidst the no man's land between Utran and Wolfgar.
Van egy olyan dolog, hogy the sacrifice.
The Moher settlement should be a little further to the north.
Van egy olyan küldetésvéleség, the sacrifice.
How long have the Moher been living here?
Well, they left Finan-Mir about 30 years ago, and they were sent to settle here 8 years after their arrival. So that's 22 years now.
Quite long, considering Leafshade was just meant to be a stopover.
I'm sure they feel the same way. But then again, I understand why finding a new home for fugitive elves wasn't on top of the Crown's priority list after the Mage Wars broke out.
All right then, what's the plan?
Well, I suggest we try to find their settlement first and then talk to their scryers. They're the ones who make the decisions.
Good. Then lead the way.
Remélem nem az lesz, hogy Iriát fel kell áldozni, mert nem fogom megtenni, ha muszáj lesz.
Now would you look at that?
No fucking way. No.
Good move.
Mik ezek? Panther, párducok? Mi a fene? Fekete párducok.
Blasted armor.
Jó, mindegy, erre megyünk.
More fighting. Does this never end?
Hát, elfek. Oh, hello. Plusz 5 fókusz. Ah, oké. Azzal nem megyünk sokra. Vannak tündék, de ezek valami korrupt tündék lehettek, nem? Vagy ellenséges tündék csak. Lehet ahhoz, hogy megszerezzem a tündéket, ugyebár le kell győzni egy másik tündenépet.
Sure. Understood.
Nem mintha nekem kellenének, de oké.
All right, here goes nothing.
Érdekes.
Help, please.
Wow, ott valami miatt meghalt. What the heck? Ez mi volt? Ott veszítettük az életerőt. Ah, érdekes.
Sounds like a plan.
A lényeg az, hogy én felderíteném a terepet, amennyire csak lehet.
What's next?
Iron Mine.
That's the way.
Vadászkunyhó. Van itt egy Godstone.
Yes.
Emberek.
A traveler. Don't get many in these parts. What do you want? If you're looking for shelter, you've come to the wrong place.
Who are you people? This is Elven territory, isn't it?
Huh. Elven territory, my arse. Just because the Moor here were allowed to put up their little town here doesn't mean they own the whole jungle. As for who we are, if you don't know, then you probably don't have any business here.
Can you let us in?
As I said, no. This isn't a roadside inn. Now, sod off.
Huh. Okay.
Never mind. We'll be off.
Huh. A traveler.
Never mind.
Jó, viszlát.
We'll be off.
Oké. Van egy olyan nézésem, hogy majd a tündéket segítségével kell ezeket legyőzni? Talán.
Got it.
Amúgy... használjunk fekete mágiát ellenük.
Interesting. Yes.
Get ready.
We should get moving.
Oh, god damn it.
You'll regret this.
Pont mikor átváltok, jön egy ellenség, ami ellen fénymágia kell. Hogy kerülnek ide ilyen démonféleségek? Az itt a kérdés. Egy tündet területre, erdőbe, dzsungelbe akarom mondani.
You got it.
Good move. Fine.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
A fénymágia az jó ellenük. Ez szintén egy olyan terület, ahol lesebződünk.
Something you need.
Danger up ahead.
$200 tapasztalatot ért a csávó.
Here we go.
Ez durva. Egy kínzószék, meg kerékbetörés. Hű.
Now would you look at that? Let's see.
Ooh, Elven Research Schematics. Shirai.
That way?
Feljárom itt az egész dzsungelt.
Sounds like a plan.
Nem tudom, hogy kerülnek ide az emberek, de oké. Okay.
This way, right?
Nem nagyon találkozunk ellenséggel. Kevés. Ez egy szobor, ami kidőlt.
Zarek guides me.
Sehol semmi. Van egy Godstone. Legalább annyi. Van egy csomó hely, hogy elnézem vasbányászatra. Meg kő. Eddig amennyit láttam. Hello.
Fine.
Van egy olyan érzésem, ez lesz a bázisom.
Interesting.
Something to need?
You read my mind.
Huh?
Fair enough. Let's do this.
Szép.
Now would you look at that?
Tegyük a cuccokat. És megyünk tovább.
All right. Why not?
Whatever's necessary.
Megidézett egy pókot.
What's next?
Just give the word.
Help me!
What's the plan?
Várjon fel, megvan.
one of our heroes.
Come on. Don't.
What do you want?
Ez a hely veszi az életerőt amúgy. Nem jó ez a hely nekünk. Kicsit sem. De minél jobban fel akarom deríteni. Oh. Hogy a fenébe kerül ide ennyi élő halott?
More fighting. And
yes.
Nem, bár egész könnyedén elintézem őket.
Interesting.
Élő halottakat. Remek.
Huh?
Jó, nagyjából már mindent felfedeztem, nagyjából. Pedig valahol itt is lehet menni.
Yes.
Vagy nem? Még mielőtt bármibe is belekezdenék, felderítem az egész terepet. És hogyha bázis kell építsek, vagy valami, akkor már a terület meg lesz tisztítva. Így nem kell aggódjak az olyasmitől, ugyebár, hogy letámad egy ilyen csapat, miközben a munkások melóznak. Ja, valahogy így. Oh, hello. Mi a... Megfertőzött medve.
What's next?
Durva.
You got it.
Will do.
Nagyjából ott vagyunk, ahol kezdtük. Még egy gasztón, sirály. Az mindig jól jön. Ott lent van valami.
What do you want?
Oh yes.
Sure.
És jönnek körbe?
That's the way.
Ha minden igaz, igen. Jó messze vannak. Az egész erdő korrupt, mármint meg van fertőződve.
I need help over here.
Várjunk, hogy jutok én le ide akkor?
Blasted armor.
Oké. Teljesen körbe? Már. Jó, menjünk erre. Fel akarok fedezni mindent.
Got it.
More fighting.
Yes? Huh? Fine.
You got it.
For the fire wielders!
Now would you look at
A
that?
zombi elintézte.
Yes?
Rának. És meghalt.
Sure.
Várjunk, ez itt már tüntet terület.
Is this the village?
Should be. No one guarding the entrance.
There have been, until some hours ago. They're further down in the village.
Farewell.
És már van két cuccom,
human. Well, isn't that
ami
great?
élő halottakat hív elő.
No, say no more. I know why you're here. Looking for some nice elven kin to enhance your bloodline, aren't you?
What?
Yes, that's what I thought. Well, why don't you join your fellow crossbreeders in the Wolfgar lands? There you can copulate all you want. Now sod off.
Viszlát.
This way, right?
Can't believe we're still having this discussion. Tell me, Arlen, where was Ellen in all those years when our people were on the run? Just face it, she never helped us. None of the Guardians did.
Well, maybe they would have if it weren't for heretics like you. We are Ellen's children, all of us.
We are the children of our mothers and our fathers, for heck's sake. If you are so pious, then why did you leave Finn and Mir in the first place? What we need is rationality and reason, not praying to the gods that have left us.
Heresy, Vartan. This is heresy.
3 ilyenem van, bakker. 3 élő halottat tudok leívni. Az komoly. Azt hittem, már itt is kapok egyet.
Yes?
Na, akkor dumáljunk.
Let's see.
Huh? What is it? Who are you?
Just a traveler. Don't mind me. Will do.
Viszlát.
Salangar, a pure blood. Just when I thought this day couldn't get any better.
Not what I'd call myself. I haven't been in Finn and Mir for 8 years.
Is that so? Well, who am I to judge? Who let you in?
There weren't any guards.
What? Great. Just great. This is getting better and better. But please, forgive my manners. I'm Varden Merilith, second scryer of Lathwain. Who are you? And what do you want? Are you with the soldiers?
Soldiers?
The army folk. But if you have to ask, I suppose you're on your own. Tell me then, what brings you here?
That's a long story.
So you're the corporal from Lianon? Well, that's a surprise. I know the story, and once more I would like to apologize for what Scryer Elion did. She should not have opened fire. And also, I would like to express my admiration for your courage. I know you refused to carry out the order your general gave you.
How?
A scout observed the conversation you had with that man. Either way, your story sounds bizarre, but I don't think you are lying. And after the events in Lianon, it's only fair if we help you now, to make up for it. Not to mention the fact that the bloodburn needs to be stopped.
So you'll provide us with troops?
It's not that simple. I have to bring up the matter before the other scryers, and they all have to agree. But not now. We currently have our own sack of problems to deal with.
Are you the leader of this place?
One of them, yes. I'm the second scryer, and the Moorhere Council is made up of 6 scryers in total. 7, actually, but our eldest passed away recently. Which complicates the decision-making, as you can imagine.
What problems do you have?
The short version? Leafshade has been struck by the bloodburn. Elves and animals are affected, and for some reason it has a different effect on us than it has on your race. It corrupts us.
Corrupts?
Drives us mad. And if that weren't enough, the Council can't decide on a course of action. Pathetic, isn't it? People are dying, but all we do is bicker.
Where do you and Finrior disagree?
Oh, that's simple. Finrior claims that the corruption has nothing to do with the bloodburn, but is a curse of the Guardians. Of Ellen, to be precise.
I take it you have a different view on that.
I do. The Guardians are gone. That is common knowledge. I don't know if they are preparing for the return of Aeonir, as the purity of light claims. But I know that this is a fact we have to deal with.
So where do you think this corruption comes from?
As I said, I think it's just how we elves react to the bloodburn.
How many of you are affected?
Not as many as in your kind. 1 in 10, maybe. And for some reason, the infection only spreads outside the city borders.
As I said, I'm trying to find a cure for the bloodburn. Maybe I might be able to help.
You want this alliance to happen as quick as possible, don't you? Well, yes, maybe your knowledge about the bloodburn could indeed help us. Give me a moment to think this through, will you? There are some things I need to consider.
All right. Interesting. We should probably talk to the other scryer too.
Ja, beszéljünk ezzel is.
Who are you? Who let you in?
The gate was unguarded.
Really? Next thing you know, this place is being overrun by undead because the guards have all gathered to hear us bicker. You're from Gravefell, aren't you? I recognize that accent. I'm Arlen Finrior, first scryer of this settlement. What do you want?
I'm looking for allies, but let me start from the beginning.
Ah, so, you're Isamo Taha's child. Well, you're lucky, I believe, that the Guardians have given us all a free will. I can see that you're nothing like your father, and it's true that the bloodburn has to be ended. I can agree with those crazy cultists on that much.
So you're going to help us?
I would if I could, but as you may have gathered by now, we have our own battle to fight here. Ellen has cursed us.
Who is the other elf? The one you were arguing with?
A misguided fool. And sadly one with a very influential father, who made him the second scryer of this township.
Does this town have a name?
It does. Lathwain, which roughly translates as respite.
Respite? Sounds kind of temporary.
Well, it is. I don't know how familiar you are with our history, but after the Finnanmere exiled us, we were promised lands by the Queen. Then the Mage Wars came, and understandably our promised home wasn't of importance anymore.
That incident in Lianon won't make the Lord Marshal more sympathetic to your cause. You broke the White Mist Treaty.
Yes, and it was a horrible mistake. But the people were scared, particularly because Merilith did an excellent job at instilling fear and telling them that our little problem could be fixed by sending a group of scholars into Northander territory. And what good did it do? Nothing. You'd think that this failure would have shown the Moria how incapable Merilith is as a leader, but sadly, it didn't.
This looks like a nice enough place, though.
Well, save for the undead roaming through the forests and attacking us each night, yes.
I see. So Leafshade is only a stopover?
Yes. We will find our true home someday. I'm sure of that.
Ellen has cursed you?
Yes. Our lands are withering, and every 1 in 10 elves loses his mind. Their eyes turn black, they salivate like animals, and attack everything in sight.
And you think Ellen has inflicted this curse upon you?
I know. You see, since we Moria left Finnanmere, more and more of our people have fallen away from our faith. Some even blame the Guardians for our exile. I don't know how familiar you are with the history of our people, but briefly put, we were cast out of the Finnanmere Empire after we expressed doubts about the Elven Council.
So they exiled you? Yes, I know the story.
Exactly. They simply cast us out like an unwanted child. As you can imagine, the years we spent on the road searching for a new home were strenuous. And as a result of that, more and more of our people lost faith in the Guardians, which is ironic, since our faith was one of the reasons we were cast out in the first place.
Well, you can't deny that the Guardians have become weaker.
That is true. But have you ever wondered why?
I guess you have?
Yes, indeed. They have withdrawn from this world because people have stopped believing. It has always been our belief, our unwavering faith, that had made them strong. Without it, there simply is no reason for them to care anymore.
Pardon me, but that's nonsense. You're assuming the Guardians behave like little children, take away their sweets, and they run off crying or start throwing tantrums.
It's not that simple. But I doubt this is the right time for a theological discussion.
Probably not.
And what does all this have to do with the corruption?
Isn't it obvious? It's Ellen's punishment for us turning our backs on her.
You mean...
Yes. Ellen has protected our kind for millennia. And now, we have betrayed her. This is her punishment.
Isn't it more likely that this is simply the way elves react to the bloodburn?
No. Although rare, there have been cases of bloodburn among the Moria too. And they display exactly the same symptoms as humans. Varden Merilith simply likes to ignore that because it doesn't fit into his nice little theory. Also, why does it only occur in Leafshade, and only outside the city walls? The plague doesn't know borders.
If it is a curse by Ellen, how can it be cured?
Of course. Despite all we have done, Ellen still considers us her children. What she wants is for us to remember her, to return to our true faith. In other words, it is a trial.
It's true. Sometimes the Guardians put our faith to the test.
Well said, Orc. All we need to do is to trust in Ellen's guidance. Then we will find a way to lift the curse.
If you're the first scryer, why do you need Merilith's approval?
Because that's how the Moria law demands it. The Council has to come to a mutual agreement, otherwise we cannot take action.
What do the other scryers think about that? How many are there?
4. 2 of them are with me, 2 with Merilith. You see the problem.
If we help you lift this curse, would you be willing to ally yourselves with us?
Well, the bloodburn is a scourge for all races, so, yes. Should you help us, I could take up the matter with the other scryers.
Now what?
Well, if there's any way to get these whiteskins on our side, it's by helping them cure this corruption.
The proof of the pudding is in the eating, isn't it? I say we help the old one, Finrear. Merilith seems a tad too convinced of himself for my liking.
Then let's let them know.
Hú, most segítsek egyiknek vagy a másiknak. Isgrim azt mondta, hogy inkább az öregnek segítsünk, szóval oké.
All right, this is pointless. Does your offer still stand? An outsider who isn't dependent on the Council's approval might be just what we need.
I'm happy to assist.
You have no idea how good it is to hear you say that. Come, let's talk somewhere else. I've had enough shouting for today.
Huh.
Yes.
That way?
Oké. Leszünk az öreggel. Öreg és bölcs.
That's better. Ellen's reigns. Isn't it incredible how this fool is unwilling to see reason?
It is.
Either way, all the better you're here. Let's discuss how we proceed. What we need above all is proof to convince Merilith. As long as he insists on brewing away that curse with just enough alchemy, we cannot take any real action.
What kind of proof did you have in mind?
That remains to be seen. First of all, scout Leafshade's surroundings. The curse seems to limit itself to the outskirts of our town. I will mark the place on your map where the activity has been most extreme. Secondly, there's a human military outpost nearby. To investigate, you'll need to ask for permission to cross their borders. After the disaster in Leonon, the last thing we want is another breach of our treaty.
If the jungle is corrupted, isn't it dangerous for us to scout it?
No. The infection doesn't happen instantaneously. If you were to stay longer, say 2 or 3 days, it might get you. But for now, you're safe.
Very comforting.
If it really is a curse, how are you planning to lift it from Leafshade?
I've asked myself the same question. But then I realized there's no point in worrying about it as long as that young fool is sabotaging our attempts to stop it.
Who are those humans?
Veterans, as far as I know. So far, our contact has been sparse, but they seem to be peaceful.
All right. Got it. We'll do our best.
Yes. And thank you. Never mind. Just do your best.
Yes?
Jó, oké, akkor most... Akkor irány ide. Érdekes lesz.
Niehaus hammer. I was beginning to think these discussions were never gonna end.
No argument there. Let's go talk to the soldiers and see if they let us into their territory to find that proof.
Nem, először felderítjük ezeket a telepeket.
Fine.
Területeket akarom mondani. Oh, hello.
Yes.
They...
Get ready.
Corporal?
What do you want?
Huh?
Just give the word.
Who?
So, what's the plan? Here we go. Sounds like a plan.
Előbb ide. Az egész, ezeket a területeket már valójában feljártam. De valójában mindegy. Oh my...
Yes.
Huh?
Oh my, te mész előre.
Yes?
Now would you look at that? Blazes! What has happened to it?
Megfertőződött.
Tahar, I don't like how it's looking at us. I think we should leave.
God damn it. Én ki akartam
The blazes was that? Why did it attack us?
The corruption. It must have taken hold of it.
But that's odd. I get how this frenzy could be an elf's reaction to the blood burn. But how likely is it that a tree ant reacts the same way? Not to mention all the animals.
De mi? Én ki akartam nyírni, nem már, hát rendesen felkészültem, jó fegyvereim vannak, simán elintéztem volna. God damn it.
Interesting. Oh, do you smell that?
Yeah, like carrion.
And the water has the same color as the blisters on the corrupted.
If you ask me, we just found the cause of this plague. And it's definitely not a curse.
Nem lehet valahogy, értitek, valahogy. Nem lehet oda menni. Pedig én úgy elintéztem volna. Human Commander, vissza kell térni az emberi ízéhez. Oké. Akkor innen ide.
Yes.
Most először az emberhez kell az emberi tábornokhoz kell menni, és utána, ha minden igaz, vissza a tündefaluba. De én úgy elintéztem volna azt a izét. 5000 életereje volt, rengeteg XP-t kaptunk volna.
Yes.
Készüljünk fel, hogy emberek ellen kell harcoljunk, szóval...
You got it.
Ja.
Huh. A traveler. Don't get many in these parts. What do you want? If you're looking for shelter, you've come to the wrong place.
Can you let us in?
As I said, no. This isn't a roadside inn. Now sod off.
What?
Wait, not so fast. The Moor here sent us. It's important.
The Moor here, huh? All right, fine. Come in, but make it quick. We already have visitors, and they aren't too fond of your employers.
Sure.
You should rethink your position, old man.
Don't you think these
The
soldiers will
light doesn't
recognize
show
you?
mercy
I doubt
on
it.
those who betray it.
Even if they know General Nori is looking for me, they
Well,
wouldn't know my face.
maybe the light can show you the way out of my bloody camp instead.
You don't know who you're messing with.
Oh, I think I do. I'm messing with a bunch of renegade cutthroats who think they can walk into a camp of the Royal Army and make demands just because their lunatic leader told you so. So, one more time for the slow ones among us. We won't attack those elves. On the contrary, if you do as much as lay a finger on them, you'll have to deal with us too. Are we clear?
You...
Are we clear?
Yes.
Ez a Liliát, aki ott volt mikor Iriát börtönbe zárták.
What?
Ha jól emlékszem.
You? Gilbert Vilmas, 2nd Division Everlight Infantry, isn't it? Blazes. What are you doing here?
I think you're mistaking me for someone else. I'm not with the army.
Oh, am I? Huh. Could have sworn. Oh, well, never mind. Who are you then? And how the heck did you get in here?
The guard let me in. My name is Tahar, and I'm with the Moor here from Lithuania. There's something we need to discuss.
Tahar? Like that sodding rebel mage bastard?
Oy, oy.
Boy, I surely don't envy your name. Forentis Copper, 2nd rank sergeant to the Royal Army. So, what news do you bring from our elven friends?
Well, I assume you've taken note of this strange plague going on in Leafshade. The elves have sent me to investigate it, and are asking for permission to cross borders.
Granted.
Just like that?
What should I say? We need this plague gone as much as the Moor here. We've stayed away from the corrupted parts, aye, but we've nonetheless lost 3 men already. Just don't do anything unwise, and you can walk freely within our sectors. One more thing, though. There is something that we need done, and I don't have any men to spare at the moment. Would you be willing to help us as a sign of goodwill?
You seem to be rather relaxed concerning the corruption. How come?
Relaxed isn't the right word, but unlike that bloodburn plague, this one is predictable. Since we've stayed away from the jungle and within our walls, we've had no new infections. And unlike the Moor here, we're not permanent settlers in this place.
So you don't think the bloodburn has anything to do with it?
With the corruption? No, I doubt it. I mean, I'm not a healer, but the symptoms are very different.
Of course. What do you need?
Well, it's simple. Since we made camp here, some of my men and women have contracted a nasty kind of fever. We ordered a shipment of herbs from another outpost in the Utran lands, but it hasn't arrived, and the man I sent to get it has not been heard of ever since. would you be willing to search the shore for my scout, or maybe the ship itself? The weather's been rough lately, and maybe it was wrecked.
Sure. Any idea where we should search?
Aye. Do you have a map? Here. That's where we were supposed to receive the shipment.
Got it. Thank you.
Well, it's not as if we're in a hurry, is it?
It never hurts to have additional allies.
One more thing. Who sent you? I mean, who of the scryers?
Arlen Finrir. Why? Is that important?
No, just personal interest. Arlen and I are old acquaintances. He's a good man, and a follower of the old faith. Don't have many these days. If you want, I'll send some of my men along to support you. They know the jungle, and they know how to wield a sword. What do you think?
That would be great.
Good. I'll let the sergeant know. Tell Arlen, Ferentus says hello, will you?
This is ridiculous.
Ezekkel itt lehet dumálni.
Let's see.
Huh. And who exactly are you?
Just a traveler. I'm working for the Moor here.
Ah, I see. Best you talk to Sergeant Copper then.
Who are those mercenaries in your camp? They don't look like Northander soldiers.
Well observed. They are Bane, you know, purity fanatics. And no, I have no fucking clue why Sergeant Copper let them in the first place.
All right. I'll be off. Thank you for your help.
Huh. And who exactly?
Just a traveler.
Ah, I see.
But why put up an outpost in the middle of the jungle?
Pardon my tongue, but that's none of your business.
Huh, okay.
All right. I'll be off. Thank you for your help.
Sure. Huh?
Who are you people? Northander soldiers?
Aye, sure. We're humble servants of the Queen. Look, friend, I know what you are. A defiler. And if we weren't in the camp of that fucking coward right now, this conversation would go down a tad differently. So do yourself a favor and sod off before things change. 'Cause they will.
I think these are Bane. Purity fanatics. The ones Clara warned us about.
I heard that.
If you're not soldiers, what are you doing in this camp?
Business.
I'll leave you be.
Na jó, és akkor most mi van?
Oi, you. Wait a moment.
Me?
No, the Queen's golden tits. Of course you. Say, does the name Bertrand Carpel ring a bell for you?
Why? What do you know about Bertrand?
Not much. Only that he came by our camp just this morning and told me he was looking for someone. And the face he described looked just like yours. Anyway, I told him I had no bloody idea what he was on about. So he left. But asked me to leave a message if you should come by. Which heck knows why you did.
What's the message?
Just that he's up north somewhere, here in Leaf Shade, and that he'll be waiting there for you until dusk.
Huh. Well, thanks for letting me know.
Don't mention it. Safe travels.
Yes?
Várjunk, nem ide kell menjek a cuccokért?
I'll be swift.
Understood.
Attack!
No!
What the heck? Jana!
Yes?
Now would you look at that? I hope you have a good explanation for this.
I do. I'm Iana. I and those 5 men were hired to kill you.
Really?
You're assassins.
We are. That is, I
Orgyilkosok.
am and they were.
Who are you working for? How did you know we'd be here?
You weren't as hard to follow as you think, Tahar. And regarding your first question, Amaria Leonider.
The House of Leonider? But why?
Well, I hate to say it, but there are a lot of people who want you dead, Tahar. The question should be, why her? And I'm afraid I don't have an answer for that. I'm not paid to ask questions.
Sorry, but I don't understand. Why did you help us?
I'm afraid that's complicated. Do you prefer the short or the long version?
Give me the long
Hát
version.
akkor dumáljunk.
All right.
Jesus.
I didn't know much about you when I accepted the contract, save for the fact that you were a renegade soldier, and that you, together with an elf named Iria, escaped the Grey Keep prison somehow.
That would be me.
I thought so. Well, we followed your trail until Farland's Hope, where you entered that cave, wherever it leads. Since we couldn't follow you in there, we waited in the village. Well, and it was there I learned that you were after a cure for the bloodburn.
And that made you change your mind?
Yes. To be frank, I lost someone to the bloodburn. Someone very close to me. And even though nothing is going to bring her back, I want an answer. In other words, I want to offer you my services.
That guard who sent us here, he mentioned a friend of mine, Bertrand. Did you...
Harm him? No. I don't even know who or where he is. Leonider gave us that name and told us it would be a good lure. So we paid that guard a handful of coins to tell you his story. That's it.
And just why should we trust you? You're a sellsword.
Well, I can't tell you what to do or feel. But think of it this way. If I had wanted you dead, why would I risk my life to save you? Furthermore, word that the assassination failed will get around soon enough. And mark me a betrayer among my kind. Even if I decided to murder you in your sleep, I would not get any money from it.
That friend you lost, who was it? How did she die?
I would rather not talk about it. Not here. Not now.
How can you help us?
Well, judging from the trail of blood you left behind, this won't be your last battle. I can make sure they'll end in your favor. Also, I am... how should I put it? Different. I can feel and see things others can't.
Huh. Such as?
Such as the fact that you are searching for something you're afraid you'll never find. There's a voice haunting you from beyond the grave. And you want to do that voice justice.
I don't know what you're talking about, woman.
Maybe. Only you can know this. Long story short, I'm a dreamweaver.
A dreamweaver? I've heard that before. So you're some kind of mentalist?
Close. Let us suffice to say that I feel and perceive differently than most people. In every aspect.
Fair enough. Join us, if you must. We need all the support we can get.
Thank you. For a moment, I thought... well, it doesn't matter. There are some things I need to take care of before I'm fully at your disposal. I suggest you finish whatever business you have here, and then meet me at the route back to Iskander.
Will do.
Good. I will be waiting. And thank you for your trust.
Ó, csatlakozott hozzánk ő is. Na várjunk.
For what it's worth, I think you did the right thing. About that woman.
And she definitely knows how to wield those daggers.
She does.
Jó, de most akkor hol találom meg a cuccot, amit keresek? Jó, mindegy. Ó, a felderítő már itt van.
Yes.
Lel.
Corporal?
Will do.
So, what's the
Yes?
plan?
Huh?
Yes?
Huh?
Yes.
Where to?
Yes? Did you find anything?
Two things. There's a treant who was affected by the corruption, which makes it likely that it isn't the bloodburn that's causing this. Secondly, there are strange pools further down the jungle, and they seem to be tainted somehow. I doubt this was Ellen's doing.
Tainted, you say? But could it be...
What?
Well, something like this happened before. In Finnanmere, over 2 centuries before. Which means, however, that I know how to solve this problem too. Blast it, why didn't I think of this earlier? I think it's time to let Varden in on the results of our little expedition. Come, let's talk at the square.
Yes?
Remek. De ennek a csávónak még most se vittem gyógyszert.
Varden, our new friend found some interesting news that might be worth talking about.
What?
While you were busy stirring up the masses against the Guardians, our new friend took the initiative and did some scouting. Care to tell him what we found?
Well, the corruption is neither caused by the bloodburn nor by the Guardians. There are tainted pools down in the jungle which seem to be responsible.
Pools? But...
Yes, Varden. They have been tainted.
Blazes. Of course.
What do you mean? What are those pools and how do we cleanse them from the taint?
They are... how should I put it? The life source of this forest. Apparently there's a cave full of Aria and Lenya beneath leaf shade, which is one of the reasons why this forest is so lush.
So the water is... magical?
Well, not exactly, but it's vital to the forest's survival. If it has somehow been corrupted, which your story suggests it has, that's bad.
And how do we cleanse them? Is this even possible?
Yes, but it's not an easy task. We'll need a lot of resources for that. And our most capable commander, Gilius, is not in leaf shade at the moment.
Well, if you want to, I can help. I've served as a commander for almost a decade.
I'm not?
If we do that, give you the command over this place until the problem is solved, do you promise by Ellen not to abuse your power?
Arlen, what?
Do you promise?
Yes, I do.
Good. Then I will instruct the citizens to follow your command. For now, at least. As I said, cleansing the pools is complicated, but possible. In order to do that, we will need to expand our sector. The ritualists need to have free and safe passage through the jungle.
I see. I will do my best. What do we do once we've secured one of those pools?
Instruct our workers to cleanse them and make sure they are protected. If the animals are as savage as you claim, then they might be a real danger. Now, lest we get started. We've wasted enough time already.
Understood.
Good. Varden, send word to the guards. I will take care of the workers.
Well, that was quick. Let's make sure not to blow our chance.
Elven army unlocked.
Fair enough. If we want the elves to be able to perform the rituals on those altars, we'll need to...
Agreed.
Guides me.
Defeat the Bane. Wow, 4-en kell. Ó, hogy ezeknek csak fából épülnek a dolgaik.
Something you need.
Defeat the Bane.
That way?
Whatever's necessary.
What the heck?
We should get moving. Interesting.
Building completed.
Just give the word.
Hova mész?
Sounds like a plan.
Let's see.
Álljatok már meg!
Huh?
What do you want?
You got it.
Now would you look at that?
They ambushed us. Those fucking bastards ambushed us.
Who did? What happened?
The Bane. That tattooed whore. One moment it was all normal, then they started slitting our throats.
Shit. They're in control of your outpost now?
Oh, god damn it.
I'm just here because I wanted to stretch my legs. Most of my men were still too sick to fight because of that bloody fever. It was a massacre. Listen, friend. They want to burn that elven village to the ground. You need to stop them. Arlen, he's a good man. He...
May your rains cleanse him from his pain.
This complicates things. If the Bane is willing to slaughter a division of the Royal Army for their goals, they won't show mercy on the Moir either.
Then we won't show it either.
Let's see.
Building completed.
Oh, remek.
Let's see.
Feed the Bane.
Yes, a good idea.
We need to gather more wood, Scryer.
Várjunk, a tündéknél nincs ilyen, hogy kőből való épület, vagy valami? Vagy az már 2-es szintű?
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
All right, give me a second.
Yes?
All right, give me a second.
This will be a masterpiece.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
Ti meg hogy kerültetek ide?
Give the word.
Corporal? Of course, yes?
Yes. Help me.
Help! Please! Huh?
Danger up ahead!
Please!
They killed one of our heroes!
Yes?
Plan.
Alright, why not? Corporal?
Jó, de hogy szerzek ide a munkásokat?
Yes? Should get moving.
We need to gather more wood, Scryer.
Sure.
Huh?
Érdekes.
What do you need?
Yes?
Expansion is the key to victory.
Csak azon csodálkozom, hogy nincsenek plusz munkások, lakosok.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
Jó, fenébe.
Give the word.
Nem tudom, miért jött be.
Orders?
Ellen blesses us with her rains. A good omen.
Give the word.
Yes? Something you need? More fighting. Does this never
Előbb le kéne győzni a csávót, az embereket.
I'll keep you shielded. They will fall. Yes.
Vannak hőseik.
We should get moving, Commander.
Yes?
Á, most már van. Szóval ahhoz, hogy legyen legyen munkás, úgymond, ahhoz fejleszteni kell legalább egy szintet, nem olyan, mint az embereknél, hogy egyből kapsz munkásokat. Furcsa.
That's the way.
Oh, what's the plan?
Expansion is the key to victory.
Something you need?
Yes, a good idea.
What's next?
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
The Raka.
You read my mind.
Nincs senki a toronyban.
Fine.
What do you want?
Get ready.
I'll keep you shielded.
Whatever's necessary.
War fronting. Does this never end?
Plan.
They will fall.
Just give the word.
What do you want?
Yes? What do we need?
Corporal?
Help me.
Yes?
Ah, tornyok!
Sure.
Oh, damn it.
The pool is clear. We might want to tell the
Killed
squires
one of
about
our
this.
heroes.
So, what's the plan?
Please.
They killed one of our heroes.
Yes?
Yes?
You?
Help
We need you.
They killed one of our heroes.
God damn it.
Huh?
Scryer, our granaries are almost empty. We need more food.
Visszatérünk.
This way, right?
Innen támadunk, mert ott nincs torony. De gyorsan építitek.
What do you want?
That should work.
Here we go.
Corporal?
Just give the word. Oh, what's the plan?
We should get moving.
What is it, Scryer? Yes?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Chop chop, man. Let's get to work.
Just give the word.
Yes? Shoot!
Yes.
Wonderful. They won't see. This will be fun. What is it, Scryer?
Uh-huh.
I need mana!
What's next?
Regret this.
You read my mind.
Damn it! I need healing.
The word.
That's the way.
All right.
So, what's the plan?
Blasted
All
armor.
right.
Danger up ahead.
What do you need?
Kell az erősítés.
Yes.
Ha minden igaz, még ezért javítják az épületek. Ha nem tudnak nyersanyagot bevinni a barakba, akkor nem is tudnak katonát képezni.
Orders?
What do you want?
We're being attacked!
Alright, why not?
Uh-huh. Get ready. Yes.
Huh? What do we need?
Itt van ellenség. Lassan megleszünk. Csak néhány plusz egység kellett.
Give the word.
We should get moving.
No, fuck, de miért mentek olyan közel?
I think that was all of them.
No sign of that tattooed woman.
Ooh.
She must have made a run for it.
A good idea.
Remek. Jó volt.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
Jó, irány ide. Na hát, ez jó volt. Mit mondjak? Ez jó volt. Várjunk, itt hova kell építeni a főépületet? Ó, ide. Pont ide, ahol embereket kínoztak, vagy mit? Van még néhány terület, amit még nem fedeztem fel.
We will be swift.
Yes.
All right, give me a second.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
Jó, irány ide.
All right, give me a second.
What's next?
Elég könnyedén le tudtuk győzni őket, ugyebár nagyon erős karaktereim vannak, így az ilyen könnyű célpontokat hamar elintézzük. Mint például amik ők voltak, ugyebár nem tudtak képezni csak ilyen alapszintű újoncokat, azzal meg nem mennek sokra.
Something you need?
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
Give the word.
Yes.
What's the plan?
Help! Please!
Jó, és akkor még van némi terület, amit fel tudok fedezni, azt még meg akarom csinálni.
Building completed.
Yes.
Yes? What do you need?
Another one cleared.
Yes?
Ha jól láttam, ott élő halottak voltak, szóval... fényfegyverek kellenek.
Why did the Moorhere leave Finn and Mir in the first place? Everybody I've asked so far gave me a different answer to that question.
Hol a fenébe kell itt menni? Így teljesen körbe. Wow.
Yes. What do we need? They will fall. Area? What's next?
the word.
This way, right?
All right.
For the fire!
Ah.
More fighting. That's the way. We should get moving.
Good move.
What do we need?
Fine.
Sure.
Na végre. Már azt hittem, hogy nem lesz meg. Ugye bár volt némi cuccuk, szóval azt még meg akarom szerezni.
Uh-huh. Here we go.
I'll keep you shielded.
Itt még vannak néhányan.
You'll regret this.
Yes.
Sounds like a plan.
Now would you look at that? Yes.
Szóval azt a küldetést valójában meg se kellett csinálni, hogy ugyebár orvosságot vigyek nekik, mert hát elárulták őket. Na várjunk, ennyi? Ott van valami.
Interesting.
Hello.
Yes?
Azt hiszem ennyi. Igen, és még van egy terület. Ez meg itt. Itt, ez. És kb. Annyi. Ó, elnézést. Oké, srácok, folytassuk. Csak egy gyors telefon. Szóval még van a területen. Ó, ott van valami. Ó, oké. Iron Mine. Ó, hogy megszereztük ezeket. Aha. Várjuk, az... Elfeknél nincsen kőbányász épület, szóval... Akkor most... Most akkor 2-es szintű épület kell legyen ahhoz, hogy kőbányászatot tudjunk. Oh, hello.
Get moving.
You'll regret this.
Let's see.
You got it.
Oké, ám bár én erre tartok.
You read my mind.
Ide.
I need help over here.
Meg tudnak fertőzni, ami nem jó. Hiányzik az élelem minden.
What do we need?
Yes.
Várjunk, Iriának ez a mágikus bot legyen. Az erősebbiket használja.
Whatever's necessary.
Get ready.
What do you want?
Oké, ez jó volt. Jó, akkor még menjünk ide is. De itt valami... Valami baj van, mert... Valami miatt... Oké, most. Valami miatt csodálkoztam, hogy miért nem hordják ide az élelmet. A főépületből. Oké, na most már megindult. Na végre. Oké, ha minden igaz, akkor ennyi.
Ellen blesses us with her rains.
Nekem van 70 élelmem, de hogy hol nem tudom. Mármint... Most van 70 élelmem, oké. De... De hol van az a 70 élelem? Mármint... Itt. Hát persze.
Hello?
Hi. De valami miatt, ami a játékban nem tudom, hogy miért van, ugyebár nekem ezen a területen van egy csomó élelmem, vasam, mindenem, ugye? De valami miatt nem jönnek ide a kocsik, hogy elvigyék innen, hanem mindig csak innen viszik, ugyebár, és itt eléggé kevés van. Még kell egy élelem. Szóval ezt valahogy nem értem, pedig ugyebár a terület az megvan, szóval ezt elfoglaltam. Oké. Kicsit, hogy őszinte legyek, furcsa ez az egész, amúgy szerintem vissza kell jönni majd ide. Szóval valami miatt a kocsik nem jönnek ide, hogy elhordják innen a cuccot a főépületbe, és akkor majd tovább szállítsák oda, ahova kell. Ez egy, nem tudom, ez egyfajta bug lehet talán, vagy talán azért, mert ez a szektor nem a miénk. Próbáljuk ki. Csak úgy kíváncsiságból, hogy miért van az, hogy innen nem akar... Itt például van egy kocsi. Egy kocsi hordja innen ide. De akkor innen miért nem hordták ide? Kicsit szerintem ezt jobban megcsinálhatnák. Úgy kéne legyen, hogy kicsit olyan gyorsabb legyen az egész, szóval egyfolytában hordják a cuccot. Ne álljon le az ilyesmi. Mert ugyebár például nekem itt van egy csomó nyersanyagom, de ide kellett volna, de valami miatt nem akarták hordani, csak innen, ahol ugyebár nagyon kevés van. Egy szóval valahogy ezt jobban megcsinálták volna, hogy ne legyen ilyesmi. Hát ugyebár van egy csomó nyersanyagom, de ahhoz, hogy tudjam használni, ugyebár jól működik a játék, tetszik. Mert nem olyan, mint a többi stratégiai játék, ugyebár ahol a nyersanyagot ugyebár begyűjtik, és akkor egyből bekerül ugyebár ide felül például a nyersanyag, és akkor ahhoz, hogy használni tud, ugyebár ahhoz el kell vigyék a barakba például, hogy használni is tud a nyersanyagot. Csak valahogy ez olyan nem jól működik annyira, mert ugyebár innen nem nagyon hordják a nyersanyagot, pedig itt van egy csomó. Ja, valahogy... valahogy egy kicsit jobb is lehetne. Na mindegy, mondjuk.
Yes.
Na ehhez mennyi idő kell még? Annyira nem sok. Bár egész addig még ez meg lesz felvétel leáll, mert ahogy elnézem kell neki jó néhány perc. És ugyebár nincs mit csinálni, szóval egy pillanat. Oké, srácok, meg lennénk. Plusz ugyebár ahogy sejtettem, a tündéknél, a 2-es szintnél lehet kőbányászatot, szóval 1-es szintnél nem kell nekik. Nincsen kőbányászat, mint az embereknél vagy az orkoknál.
It's done, isn't it?
Yes, I believe so. Is it over?
I don't think so. Despite everything we did, I can still feel something. A touch of the taint still lingering in the forest. But we already have a suspicion what that might be.
The treant.
Yes. And while you were cleansing the corrupted pools, we have been searching the tomes for a spell.
A spell? You mean it's possible to cleanse the treant too?
Well, there's no certainty, but we hope so. As for the cleansing ritual, this magic hasn't been used for centuries. Still, it's our best chance. And you should be the one carrying out the task.
What? Why?
Because, from what I've been told, I doubt the treant will let you speak to it without resistance. Remember, the corruption still has it in its grip. In other words, what you need to do is to fight the treant until it's weakened. And then, use the spell on it. The rest lies in Ellen's hands.
All right, then teach me that spell.
I will. Close your eyes for a moment. Valeth Sareswen, Joras Varltar. So, did it work?
I think so, yes.
Good. Then use it at the right moment, when the treant is weakened enough. Now go. And good luck. My prayers are with you.
Oké. Szóval meg kell menteni azt a fát. Ahogy sejtettem, csak kell vele küzdeni. Szinte gondoltam, hogy nem lesz az olyan egyszerű. Valahogy olyannak tűnt ez a nagy fajt, hogy ezt el kell intézni. De ugye már nem elintézni kell, nem elpusztítani vagy megölni, hanem... mi az már? Megmenteni. Úgy építettem ilyen bányászatot, vasbányászat. Várjunk, hova mennek ezek vasért? Ó, egész oda. Csak mert hát miért ne? Ó, várjunk, nekem erre kell menni. Várjunk, mi ellen is gyenge akkor? Fény és tűz. Hát fény és tűz mágiánk az van.
Just give the word.
All right, here we
Jesus.
go. Arlen said we should cast the spell once the treant.
However, we're supposed to do that.
Ó, nem vagy olyan erős. Oh yes, oh yes.
That's it! Cast the spell, now! I need help over here.
Ennyi.
What do you want?
Ja.
Did it work?
I think so. Can you hear us?
Yes. Here. Taint. Gone. Roots. Free. You friends. You saved. Broken roots. Broken branches. Need sleep.
Huh. I think we should report back to the village now. Arlen and Varden will be thrilled to hear the news.
Yes?
Na ja, ahogy mondtam, a mágiánk az jó volt. A tűzmágia és a fény.
Yes?
Yes?
Ezek mind nők.
Uh-huh.
Goddammit. Mennyi nő?
Corporal?
Fenrir, it's done.
So, the spell worked?
Yes, it was a hard fight, but the treant is cleansed. The corruption seems to be over.
That is remarkable. Ellen must have truly smiled upon you.
I doubt Ellen had anything to do with it.
So do I. Truth be told, it's a bit ironic that it was a human who saved our people from this plague. But I'm just glad it's over.
Don't get your hopes up, Varden. Those humans who took over the Nortander camp, the Bane, they'll be back.
Be that as it may, we held our end of the bargain. Will you help us?
Yes. Yes, we will. I've said it before. We are a small people, but you will have our help whenever you need it. We will send you a scryer and a division of our best soldiers and craftsmen to support your cause.
You'll have to give us time, though. A couple of days, maybe. We have to pick up the pieces the corruption left first. Where can we find you?
We've set up camp in a valley in Iskander. We can leave you a map.
Yes, do that. I'd invite you to stay for some days, but I'm assuming you have another matter to attend to.
A lot of them, actually.
Well then, this is goodbye. Thank you again for everything, friend. And may Ellen guide you.
Ah, remek. Claim reward. Plusz egy willpower, plusz egy intelligencia, plusz... Ó, 10 fókusz és 50 HP. Yes. Azt pedig... neked adjuk. Oké. Okay. Ugyanúgy megmaradt a 10 fókuszpont, plusz ugyebár a... plusz még 50 HP. Ami nagyon jó. Ki tudja, hogy hol tudok még ilyen cuccokat venni. Nagyon jó lenne amúgy tényleg, mert pénzünk lenne rá, hogy minél jobb cuccaim legyenek. Hát igen.
Seems like the Moorhair elves have arrived. Good.
Yeah, just be careful.
Why?
Well, that scryer they sent, she claims to know you. I think she was there in Leonon.
Oh. Well, that's interesting. I'll talk to her as soon as I get the chance.
Oh, Scryer Eleon. Nem ezzel küzdöttünk meg még legelőször?
Wait, aren't you...
Scryer Elion from Leonon. Yes. I'm the Scryer Finrior and Merilith sent to lead the Moorhere troops who'll be supporting your cause. Actually, I was hoping you'd come by. I think we should have a talk, shouldn't we?
You owe me an apology.
That's putting it lightly. Many men and women died that day. And just because of me. Which is another reason why I'm happy they sent me here. It's a chance to make up for what I did. Though that does not mean that your commander, General Noria, didn't also play a role in this. His reputation was well known, even among us.
I would like to train the elves.
Well, if you have the coin, I might be able to help. Let's see.
Oké, szóval ilyen cuccokat lehet venni. Ez most annyira nem érdekel. Veletek kell beszélni.
What's next?
Hát ez mondjuk már a következő részben. Köszönöm a megtekintést, hamarosan folytatásra kerül. Sziasztok!